Hello, everybody, and welcome to this new moon astrology breakdown for our new moon that's happening March 21st, 2023 at 1:23 p.m. Eastern Time. So this will be occurring in the Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra in Vedic astrology. It's the 25th lunar mansion, and it translates from the Sanskrit as the latter blessed one, latter meaning later, indicating wisdom, good fortune, and happiness. The ruling deity of this nakshatra is Adhir Budnya, the dragon of the depths of the atmosphere. Arid Budnya is the mythical serpent of the depth, represents our subconscious and its hidden power to bind or to liberate. The one who carries the burden of the world, aka Ananta, which means unlimited one, and thus he represents infinite cosmic potential. And he represents the unlimited nature of our own consciousness and infinite possibilities hidden within it. He is our subconscious wisdom, which has a constant access to unlimited information in the field of collective consciousness. So here we are at the beginning of the new year in sidereal Pisces. This new moon is happening at 6 degrees, which is a strong connection to this ruling deity about connecting to the subconscious mind, as the 12th house rules that area. And we are ready to begin a new journey around the sun. And we have unlimited potential in the year to come. So when the moon transits through this nakshatra, we get more insights into our subconscious mind, which can help us to work with it, understand its patterns better, and release those which do not serve us anymore. So the lord and planetary ruler of this nakshatra is Saturn. The translation is the beautiful left foot or ray of light. And the number associated with it is 26. The gender is male. The lucky stone is blue sapphire. The lucky color is purple. The lucky or favorable numbers are 8. And the astronomical name is Gamma Persei, which I'll connect to the fixed star Algenib here. The element is ether, and the yoni or animal symbol is a female cow. So moving on then to the fixed star Algenib, it's one of the 4 major stars making up the main body of the constellation Pegasus. Specifically, it resides in the tip of the wing. Algenib gives notoriety, dishonor, violence, and misfortune, and denotes the naked and poor professional beggar. Algenib is supposed to have a Mars-Mercury nature, therefore it brings about a penetrating mind and a strong will, as well as determination, an impressive way of speaking, and a gift of oratory. A conjunction with the sun makes for a fighting spirit and a love of learning, which it is here because the sun and moon are conjunct as well as Mercury during this new moon. So connected with Mercury, one can count popularity, interest in art and literature, and distinction if further configurations also point to similar gifts. So the Pegasus constellation portends events concerning ships in the ocean and also changes in the weather. In medieval times, it was said to indicate vain individuals with a great deal of ambition but very poor judgment. Pegasus, like birds, angels, and most celestial winged creatures, is an allegory for the superior spiritual power that the hero first sought out to aid him in his task, and the owl represents the wisdom side of that same power. In mundane astrology, Pegasus is associated with drowning, accidents, catastrophes, earthquakes, tsunamis, storms, floods, shipwrecks, mining accidents, airplane incidents, falling accidents, shooting down from high, horses, jockeys, transportation, communication, space travel, exploration, pioneering, science, invention, and heroism. When the moon is conjunct this star, which it is as well during the new moon, it indicates dishonor, loss by scandal, exiled or forced to flee, ill health, and trouble through writings. When Mercury is conjunct Algenib, there's a quick temper, mental disturbances, success in legal and other disputes. Moving on to the tarot card associated with this new moon, it is the 8 of Cups. The Hermetic title is Indolence or Abandoned Success. The Decan ruler is Saturn, and the corresponding majors are the World card, also ruled by Saturn, and the Moon card, ruled by Pisces. And here we have a new moon in Pisces. It's like a scene from a storybook. A red-cloaked figure, staff in hand, climbs a rocky shoreline beneath a watchful moon. Their destination is unclear, but we know that sacrifice they leave behind. 8 cups full of the past, 8 cups worth of life lessons and experiences. These are the moonlit seas of Pisces, a final liquid dissolution under cover of night. Here in the final 3 decades of our year-long journey, we take the mystic's path and arrive at the sea at the end of the known. By forsaking the familiar, the accounted for, even the rational, we shall encounter magic and mysteries. The Eight of Cups teaches us perhaps the hardest lesson of all, to face our fear of the unknown. What's that saying? To face the fear and do it anyway? Okay. So recall the Vedic ruling deity of this lunar nakshatra was Ahir Budhyana, the serpent of the depths of our subconscious wisdom, which has a constant connection to the unlimited information of the field of collective consciousness. So again, Pisces ruling the 12th house of the subconscious and dreams. Of the last 3 cards on our decan walk, all of which correspond to the moon, it is the Eight of Cups which best illustrates the moon's special province, dream. In dreaming, we cross the liminal space between conscious and unconscious. In the language of dream, for a great many of us at least, the unconscious is represented by water, seas, pools, rain. In the moon card, a crawfish rises from the sea. In the Eight of Cups, here our hero travels its edge. Both highlight the very fringe of what can be grasped by the mind. As Austin Coppock puts in the book 36 Faces, its convergence point of perception and reality. As for the journey, he describes it as, quote, quite quest to map the indivisible walls of reality. In a world card's iconography, we can think of the dancer as the bared soul, safe within the body's dream paralysis, exploring its own frontiers and seeking to know itself. According to Jung, those who seek wisdom turn a friendly face to the unconscious. The unconscious shows us the face that we turn towards it. It smiles if we are friendly to it, but if we neglect it, it makes faces at us. It is brave work to look at the moon's face. It is only when we turn to face our shadow that this wholeness may be restored. We cannot truly know thyself without looking at the shadow, the part we want to ignore, the parts we dislike about ourselves or wish we could abandon and banish. But without them, they would not make us whole. We would have no adversary to push against or to perpetuate change and forward motion. We must embrace the dark yin for the bright yang to shine. In the Eight of Cups, a portentous moon hangs over the rocky slope. Actually, if you look at the outline, it might be a luminary in eclipse. Is it a solar eclipse where the full moon turns the day into darkness? Or is it a lunar eclipse where our shadow occludes the moon itself? In either case, sun and moon are implicated. Now, it's interesting that on this date, the sun and the moon are conjunct as a new moon. And there is a solar eclipse that will occur April 20th, followed by a lunar eclipse May 5th. Because we're at the beginning of a new astrological year, to me this indicates we need to initiate change now so that we may be prepared for change and direct it with our will before change happens to us by default at the eclipses. Because eclipses always bring change. The Eight of Cups journey can be equated to the dark night of the soul process, as it is the journey into the unknown. This dark night of the soul is an ordeal of purification, not torment. It's a stripping away, a leaving behind of what we once knew, in order to gain something much more precious. It's an escape from, but also a journey toward. If we consider the 3 watery zodiacal majors, the Chariot, which is Cancer, the Death card, which is Scorpio, and the Moon, which is Pisces, we can see the narrative of this journey. The quest being the Chariot, the sacrifice being death, and the mystic reward being the moon. The mystic reward are the secrets of magic, the altered consciousness, the door to another realm. The moon has always been a touchstone of magic in the story. It signifies wisdom only accessible when you set aside or sacrifice logic, reason, and daylight specificity. Perhaps this is why in tarot the Hermit, or Virgo, and the moon, Pisces, stand opposite to one another. The hermit asks the moon for its secrets. The moon asks the hermit to forsake the familiar. The takeaway is that a little like the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups can be a place of great uncertainty and doubt. This is only a problem if you're committed to following the plan at all costs. If you can, take a step back, leaving behind 8 cups worth of past assumptions. Imagine you are floating in the sea of the whole universe as your problem, whatever it is, diminishes to a tiny point and then pop, extinguishes itself. In the amniotic darkness, let go of the fear that anything could happen, and open up to the wonder and awe that indeed anything could happen. It is a change in perception, much like the hanged man Odin hanging himself upside down on the tree of life, sacrificing comfort and what is known in favor of the unknown. The new moons are a void where infinite possibility resides, and here we are at a new astrological year. Anything is possible, so what intentions do you want to plant and watch grow over the next 12 months, or 13 moon cycles? Okay, moving on to the Sabian symbol for Pisces at 7 degrees, because we always round up, and I think this is happening at 6 degrees, 23 minutes. So the symbol here is illumined by a shaft of light. A large cross lies on rocks surrounded by sea mist. So the keynote here is the spiritual blessing which strengthens individuals who, happen what may, stand uncompromisingly for their own truth. Men who do not depend upon collective values, traditions, or support, but seek at any cost to be true to their individual self and destiny, almost inevitably face some kind of crucifixion. They are sustained only by the power within them, to which a light above answers. The symbol tells us, be true to thine own self, and in the midst of the outer confusion displayed by those surrounding you, you will realize what you really are as an individual, a son of God. It implies the supreme worth of a life guided by an inner voice and manifesting a high degree of self-assertion. So not being afraid to shine your own light, to speak your own truth, and follow your path. It will make you the happiest. So this new year is a fantastic time not only to know thyself, but live truly as thyself. And the equinox is a turning point where the length of days in the northern hemisphere overtakes the length of night, as they were equal on yesterday, March 20th. And now on the 21st, the daylight is longer than the night up until the autumnal equinox, where darkness once again will take over a majority of the hours of the day. So light is expanding for the northern hemisphere. And we're getting ready to begin anew. And I hope you all enjoy it out there. Take care, plant your seeds, and let's watch them grow together. Thank you. Stay tuned for the reading. Bye.